Previously on Scotty Survivor Lost in Time. After voting out Vivian, all eyes were on Xavier as the next biggest threat, who had flipped to work with Abby and Haley. Nikhil was put in a crucial swing vote position to either vote out Xavier and Henry got his name off the table by convincing the girls and Xavier he would vote for Nadia. In the end, Nikhil blindsided his closest ally in the game, sending Xavier to the jury. 6 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Another day, and your girl Nadia is still in this game.
We just survived another tribal and our plan worked perfectly.
Yeah.
We got Xavier out, no idols were played, no advantages whatsoever, so we're still here, we're going strong.
So I just voted out Xavier, earlier this morning. And I feel like a horrible human being for doing that.
That was the biggest tribal for me, considering I voted out my biggest ally in the whole game.
Xavier was someone who played a really good social game, and he was good at challenges, and he was playing his cards all correct. And that was the reason why we voted him out.
Everything was really riding on Nikhil because he had all the power being in the middle. And I trusted him though, he's been honest with me so far. I think he trusts me a lot. And he didn't want to vote me, which I really respected. And I think he can be a really good ally in the future. I
knew that if Xavier made it any further, he would have a really high chance of winning. And we all knew that. So me, Henry, Nadia, and Nikhil voted him out. And I'm really surprised and thankful for Nikhil.
He had to go or else he would have basically won the game 100% if he didn't get voted out that specific round, just because the numbers would have enabled him to win.
I thought that Nikhil, Abby, Haley, and Xavier were all going to vote Henry because Nikhil proposed to them, we need to break up old Zaman. I won the challenge, so I was immune. And Nikhil has this nice relationship with Nadia, and he was basically let's break up old Zaman, but I don't want to vote Nadia. I won't vote with you guys if you vote Nadia. So okay, we'll vote Henry.
I was trying to convince Nikhil, this is the only opportunity. If you let him go too far, he might just keep winning, and you just won't be able to vote him off anymore. So I'm glad that I got to him.
And at that point, we were 7, so 4 of them, so the 3 of us, Henry would go home. And I was like, oh my god, I can't have that happen. Henry's my closest ally at this point, and I really, need him, with my bud. And I need him to help me get through this game, and I'm there to help him get through the game too. And if Henry had gone home today, it would have fucked up my whole game.
I was confident that we were going to get Xavier out. What I didn't know, though, was that my name was going to be thrown out there because I thought that they were going to vote Henry.
I gotta be honest, I told them that I was gonna vote you, that's why you got votes.
I was a little bit shocked just to kind of not understanding why my name was out there.
The only reason I did that was because I knew Nikhil wouldn't, and then worst case it would be a tie between you and Xavier. And then Nikhil would go against Xavier.
Henry told me that he was the one that came up to Xavier, Abby, and Haley and told them that he would vote with them on me to keep his name out of the loop. He had this whole strategy where if Nikhil didn't come through with his plan, then it would be tied and we would go to revote.
When I talked to Abby yesterday, she was like, look, if you don't want it to be you, then we can go Nadia. And I was like, wait, that's a great idea because Nikhil won't do that, and then I don't have to do that, and then it'll be a good split.
Okay.
I'm glad that he told me. Henry's been a little bit shady with some of his decision making because he hasn't really been truthful the entire way, but he becomes truthful after the votes.
I trusted Nikhil, and he wouldn't vote me.
Holy
so
shit!
Once I saw my name was out, I just had a feeling we got it.
Yeah.
When no idols were played, I was like, thank God, because I believed in the plan, and it worked perfectly.
I'm so glad that Xavier's out because I think the biggest threat now is Abby.
This man, whatever, we've been played. It's just how it is.
Xavier was just voted out.
Correct.
That was absolutely stupid. Let's unpack why it was stupid.
I had the gut feeling that Xavier was going to be going home and that Nikhil was lying to us.
I had that phone call with Henry beforehand where I was like, are you definitely good to vote Nadia, blah, blah, blah. But like, I didn't, when I said, I think Nikhil is voting you, he sounded super surprised.
I didn't trust Henry. I knew we couldn't trust him. I know that you did, but girl, like...
No, showing up here, actually, I was like, they're all saying me. They think I have an idol.
So of course it's gonna be Xavier.
Everyone on their side was saying, oh, it's gonna be you, Abby. And of course, when you say that, it's not the truth.
There's no reason Henry wouldn't go for Xavier. Henry's gonna go for Xavier.
Of course.
I mean, I tried my best, but like that's how it was gonna happen.
If Nikhil is telling Xavier that it's me, and they still think I have an idol, then it's probably not me, and it's probably Xavier. And there's sort of nothing I can do about it because it doesn't make sense at all for Henry to vote Nadia over Xavier. So he was definitely gonna go for Xavier if that was the split.
It didn't have to happen that way if Nikhil had owned up to his plan that he made with us to break up the Zaman 3.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't understand why he gave that up. Like, that is such a good idea for us and him. Like, like, I don't understand. Like, does he think that he's not going to be at the bottom?
I mean, I could have played the merge idol on him, and I did consider it. I really did consider it. Sorry, Xavier.
Zaman is gonna freaking win all because of Nikhil not choosing the right. I can't believe it. Like, I'm so infuriated.
The last thing I needed was someone else from my alliance to be picked off. Because, you know, this is really what has been happening. And I was hoping that Xavier would stay in so that we could take out Henry and then take out Nikhil. And we had this whole plan.
I thought we had hope this whole time. Everyone getting voted out, Reggie getting voted out, Ricky getting voted out, Vivian getting voted out. Like, this was literally it, and now we're done. And I don't know what to do, and I'm so mad.
With me, him, and Valen in Final 3, and I at the time I really did want that. But now in retrospect, like, I wouldn't have been able to beat Xavier.
Girl has lost a lot of people. We met yesterday and she was like very upset about the Xavier girl. I mean, same girl.
Last vote screwed Abby and I over, and I'm personally like really, really upset about how it went. And so this honestly could be the end of us unless you still want to work with me and make it to Final 3 with me.
I want to see her in the finals, Final 3 with me, just because we've been similar players, but I do think I edge her out a little bit more with like plays and like being on the correct side of voting, I guess. I do, and that's why I want to talk to you today, because I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I know like that was the hardest thing I ever had to do, was to do that. I had a lovely conversation with Xavier the night before, and it just broke. Like, I'm devastated, and it just like, we really thought that. I mean, Xavier. I mean, you guys have been telling me that when we made it into the merge, and I have been voting with Xavier, and like Vivian tried to flip me, and she was like, Xavier's a big threat. Like, we have to vote him out and stuff like that. And I agreed with all of those things. So like, it was a time like. It was mainly like Nikhil recognized that if there was a chance to get Xavier, it was then.
He just dug himself and us a grave and literally just gave it to Zaman. He just handed it to Zaman.
I'm so mad.
Like, he just handed Zaman the win. Like, I don't understand. That was the whole point of this tribal, was to start breaking them up.
I honestly was really angry about it mostly because I thought Nikhil made a really, really stupid decision on his part. And I ranted about it after Tribal.
Literally have nothing left. No. Like, that's it, we're screwed.
That's me, that's fine.
And then it's me.
I told Abby, we're through, we're done, that's it. But you know, no one really knew, like, I have a secret weapon. I have a secret weapon, and her name is Valen.
Come on in, guys! Okay, first things first, Valen, I'll take it back. Immunity is once again back up for grabs. For today's immunity challenge, it's called Soak It Up, and here's how it works. Each of you have a pail of water and 2 sponges in front of you. There's a series of questions behind you. You're going to be looking at the series of questions, then running behind the stage. Behind the stage, there are 6 stations, 1 for each of you. You'll be able to answer one of those questions at a time and check with production. If you're correct, you can bring your 2 sponges, fill them up in the pail, and wring out their contents in your pail. If you're incorrect, however, you'll then have to take a lap around Hunt Library and back here and redo that process. As a reminder, you can only answer 1 at a time. First person to overflow their bucket wins immunity. You've earned your spot in the finale! Now it's time to earn your spot in the final 5. Survivors ready! Go! Everyone reading. Abby reading 3 times.
I don't mind. Where am I?
Henry's going back. Unsure of the question.
Oh, I forgot the question number. Oh, 14. That's
Oh, Valen with the same issue.
Wait, I wrote me. Is that okay?
Okay. Wait, you have to get it checked.
What? Oh.
Wait.
No. Incorrect.
What's the frick?
And Valen's up.
Help, help, help!
Yep. The first one.
You are correct.
Here, running back 2. Here comes Nadia. 2 full sponges. Nadia is yet to win a mini challenge this season. Will this be her first? And she's looking for her next question. Making good progress already. Abby coming back for the first time. Abby wringing out those sponges.
Please give it to me. You are correct. You are correct. That's correct.
Nadia coming back. First person with 2 full trips. Getting all these questions correct. But not too much water being thrown out.
What does that say? That's correct.
Nadia looking for her 3rd question. The wind has other plans.
Something like this?
That is correct, yes.
Abby and Haley both coming back after incorrect answers. Now Valen running back.
That's incorrect.
What? What?
You'll get like absolute vanquished luck.
I have been a part of Doree, Rondi, and Zamir.
Oh!
Colored water too. Nadia with her first incorrect answer. And guess this? Haley's running around again. Haley trying out for the cross country team. Haley has a lot of water falling as she runs.
Come on.
Haley back to the races. Abby's filling up water. Abby's understanding it. She's pumping her hands. Abby with a good ring. Let's go, man. That's a perfect ring.
I think I'm doing pretty well.
Haley with a ring.
TJ.
Correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct.
Which one? Henry's getting some insane rings. There's reason to believe that Henry's using steroid-infused sponges because he's killing this game. Nadia with another incorrect answer. She's running back now. Henry, on the other hand, yet to get one wrong, but Nikhil's hot on pursuit. We've got Abby, Nikhil, Henry, all about tied. It's anybody's game. Abby coming in. This is big. This is big. Abby with the delicate touch. She's got it. Quite a bit of almost there. It's quite Nikhil, Henry, unsure about their answers. However, Abby here, super close to finishing. Look at her over there. She's taking her time and she's running. She's really mastered the art
Of the ring.
Henry with his first incorrect answer. He's running back, but Abby has it correct. Abby right up to the edge. Looks like it'll be one or two more. Here comes Abby, gingerly holding it. She wants no water out of this. Here we go. Is this it?
Yeah, it's overflowing.
And that's overflowing! Abby wins individual immunity in a spot in the final five!
That's the art of the ring, baby.
After an intense 3-horse race, congratulations to the ring master, Abby herself. You are immune. And guaranteed a spot in the final five. For the rest of you, one of you won't be as lucky. Gather your stuff, head back to camp.
Something has finally gone right for me, and it's actually unbelievable. This is the best thing that could have happened after not the worst tribal that I've ever had, but like a pretty bad tribal.
I was literally one sponge away from winning. If I just squeeze one more sponge inside the fucking water bucket.
It was perfect for her to win, and I was really happy for her. I even like gave up right at the end because I was like, she's gonna win it. Like, why would I like keep trying?
I needed this win, this immunity win, so badly. Wait, let me get the necklace. I'm gonna wear the necklace.
Abby won that, which was practically like, I'm in between good and bad. It's good because I get to keep her, because if she didn't win it, she would probably get voted out this round, which would leave me with only Valen.
Abby won immunity in the challenge, and so basically that was the worst possible person to win immunity.
That puts us in the worst possible position because, like, literally, if I won that, it would have been so straight chilling. We would have worked together to vote out Abby, and then me and Nadia would have worked with Haley next round to vote Henry off, and then we could figure it out from there.
Of course, she had to win individual immunity for this challenge, which kind of sucks.
But no, Abby had to win. I should just run more. I'm so fucking lazy, dude.
I really don't think that any of them have an idol.
I don't even need to win the next challenge because, like, it's literally, I can just play my idol and there's no repercussions. None at all, because that's the last time that I can play the idol anyway. So obviously I'm gonna play it. This is excellent. This is so good.
I know she has the idol and she's gonna play it in the final five and make it into the final four. So, fuck.
Now I've just gotta get people to take me to the final three, or I just need to win the challenge. Not that I'm confident that I can do that.
We should not let Abby win the next challenge.
I mean,
we gotta like try and like work together or something, even though it's technically supposed to be individual.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
The only way I get to final three is if I win the challenge. And if I don't win the challenge, I'm out at Final Four. And that's just how it is.
That leaves Haley, Henry, Nikhil, Nadia. Obviously I'm not going to flip on Henry, but so obviously like the obvious vote is Haley. So like us four, meaning Zaman plus Nikhil, would vote out Haley.
Definitely scary because they definitely know that, she definitely knows that she's going to be put on the chopping block. So if Haley adds anything that can ruin our plans, win idol or anything, I might get voted out because they've been trying to vote me out these past 2 or 3 tribals.
This vote should be easy.
Yeah.
Just Haley. I don't think she's safe. I don't think Abby thinks we're gonna vote her, to be honest. Because when I talked to her, she was like, "Why would you vote Abby or not, Haley? It's just like a stupid idea."
Yeah, she
she
said the
doesn't
same thing
think
to me.
Haley would win, but I don't care. Get her out of here.
I talked to Nikhil, and Nikhil was straight up with me and said, hey, it's gonna be you tonight.
I just told Haley that if she can convince Nadia to vote Henry, then I'll flip within a second's instant. I want to do that. It's just that like there's no point for me to do that if we don't have the numbers. Like Nadia doesn't want to do that.
I'm really considering his proposal actually of flipping on OG Zaman. So that might be a possibility for me to live up to my superlative of being the biggest snakes.
I don't like. I've tried convincing her to do that too. Like I want to vote out Henry too, because that like whatever Abby talked about like made sense to me, and I agree with her. And like I feel like Henry's like a bigger threat than like both of us are low-key players, and like he definitely would win over both of us. I feel like so like I agree with that. I don't think it's gonna ever happen, but at least I have somewhat of a good relationship with her now.
Nikhil was like, hey, but I don't want to vote you out, so what about Henry? And I was like, oh, yes, like I think Henry would be a good person to get out right now. And he's like, yeah, but I don't want to throw votes on him and tie it and, not have the numbers. So if you can convince Nadia, Haley, then I'm ready on the drop of a dime to flip and vote out Henry.
I just had a conversation with Abby, and, during our conversation, she brought up a lot of good points.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Yes, okay.
Are you playing to win this game, or are you playing to get to the final 3?
I mean, I definitely want to get to final 3 first, and then just kind of see from there.
Because I think you...
What? Say? Sorry. Say.
I think you are definitely going to the final 3. I think you definitely are.
With who, though?
Well, that's the question.
Abby gave me some reassurance that she wasn't going to vote me because I'm not the biggest threat right now. And honestly, this has been my game plan just the entire game.
Who's going to vote you? Who's going to vote you?
Well, you voted me.
Yeah, me and Haley by ourselves. It's not going to happen. Plus, that's honestly, it's like a silly thing to do at this point.
And this is something that I've been thinking about too. If I do make it to the final 3, this is what I'm going to say. Essentially that every single tribal, like I'm a threat, but there's always someone who's a bigger threat than I am. And I always want to make sure that there's always that bigger threat. So my name doesn't get put out there. And this time it's Henry.
Because I have this feeling that you guys, as an old Zaman trio, have said we're going to go to the final 3 together. But I think you have a feeling that you have less of a shot against Henry, and you might have less of a shot against Valen as well.
The 3 people that I know that I can beat are Valen, Haley, and Nikhil. They've just been playing passive, and I think I've been playing a great game so far. Everything that I've done, all the steps I took has been deliberate in terms of like coming into the merge. I knew that people were not trusting me because of the whole Puppet Master thing. People saw me as a threat, but somehow I'm here now in the final 6 and I'm still not the biggest threat. So that has been deliberate, like I've been kind of following other people and trying to become more passive just so I don't seem like that big of a threat. So the 2 people standing in my way are definitely Abby and Henry.
Henry has been playing our side for a couple votes now, and the votes have always gone his way.
He just keeps lying to you guys. I know that.
Yeah. And
you just keep believing him.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it. That's the thing.
You've definitely talked about a final 3 being OG Zaman. And I really like Henry. I really like Valen. But Henry has been playing pretty good so far post-merge. He's been making some moves behind the scenes. And that might give him some points with the jury. So in order to secure victory, I don't want Henry in the final three.
I think Henry's a good decision though.
I was thinking about it too. I don't know. I still need to think about it because I'm thinking about like, can we take out Abby next? What if Abby? I'm scared Abby will just keep winning. What if Haley?
Wait, this is the first one she won. Why would you think that she's gonna keep on winning?
I don't know. I'm just scared. I'm just thinking. I don't know if.
Oh, I just think she's right though. I don't think we should eliminate Haley. I never wanted to.
I can't vote out Henry this round. I just feel like it's too early.
My ideal scenario, what would happen is we all vote for Haley, then Abby pulls on that idol to use for Haley, and then yeah, Henry gets out. That would be so ideal.
I know who has the idol. I know Abby has the idol. Oh, that was really funny because I was talking to her last night and I was just like, I just really want to get this information out of her. Does she have it or not?
You could play your idol on me tomorrow and it gets rehidden. It gets rehidden. We go looking for it together before anybody else finds it because it's going to be rehidden immediately. And then we find it before they do. Like that could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Haley.
So I started telling her a scenario and just like assumed that she had it, and she just did the "oh, Haley" thing to me.
Do you see what I did there?
I know.
Oh my gosh, girl. Look. Okay. So, all right, hold up. Let me process this. So you have the merge idol. Yes or no? Yes. You have the merge
What
idol.
am I gonna say to you?
That's absolutely insane.
I don't like being selfish in this game. It does not bring me joy at all. For context, I was just on a call with Haley. And I basically told her I have the merge idol. I also basically said I don't think I'm gonna play it for her.
I am so proud of you. That's awesome. No, it really is. It really is. But I mean, we could do this.
Haley's only been lovely to me, you know? And I'm here like a lot because of her. And it seems like kind of cruel at this point to just let her go.
We could convince them that, like, you are going to play it on me.
They already think I have it.
Yeah, that's true, but they don't know that you would play it on me, right?
If she has an idol and she's this close to using it in the final 5, I don't think she would use it to save Haley.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Agreed.
I'm a shitty person, and I'm gonna be selfish, and I'm not gonna play the idol for Haley. And I'm gonna make it to Final 4. Good for me.
If nothing changes, we vote Nikhil tomorrow. And the worst case scenario with voting Nikhil is either Valen backstabs me, which I really don't think she's gonna do, or we have to go to Rocks. And that's a 25% chance that you go home, right? If
No,
my
I'm
math
safe from
is-
Rocks.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you'd be safe from
I
Rocks if you get
keep
votes.
forgetting. No, I know. So it would be between. Wow, yeah.
I don't want Haley to go home. We have a close relationship.
Girl is she won't vote me out. It's fantastic because if I didn't have her, I would be gone. I really would. But it's because she won't vote me out this round.
I'm okay, like, I want to vote Nikhil out of the game tomorrow. I don't want Haley to go. So basically, I met with Henry because I have this plan. Basically, I want to get Nikhil out. And I know he had been in my final 3 plans, but now I'm switching him out for Haley.
I mean, what if we just got Haley now and then Nikhil next week?
I guess I'm just worried about Nikhil and Nadia. Like, if we got rid of Nikhil now, Nadia would for sure be with us. Like, she wouldn't have Nikhil, and Haley wouldn't have Nikhil. His relationship with Nadia, to me, is like, I don't like it. And like Abby had mentioned to me that she didn't like it. I don't like it either. And apparently he has a relationship with Haley that I didn't really know about. I don't know the extent of that, but he voted out Xavier, and he had mentioned to Nadia that if she was willing to flip on me and Henry later. Like, Nikhil being so close to voting you out last time, like, scares me a little bit. So I proposed Nikhil to Henry, and like Henry was kind of like indifferent. He's like, I guess I don't really care if it's Haley or Henry, or Haley or Nikhil.
I hope Henry doesn't hear about this, Rose. He'll turn on me next round.
Then I went to Abby and Haley, and I was like, yo, I'm willing to vote with you guys, but I want it to be Nikhil. They want to vote out Henry. Are you gonna say Henry?
I think you guys are gonna go for Haley. And I mean, sure. Like, if you want to, but like, are you? I'm asking most people this question. Are you playing to get to the final 3, or are you playing to win the game?
I defended my bro Henry to them, and I like was basically saying like, here are reasons like they think he would win and he's a big threat, and then I was like trying to explain like why we would have a chance against him. Right now, like, I guess I'm thinking, because I know like the 4 of us are gonna vote Haley, or like that's like the easy way, but I don't want Haley to go. So
yeah,
I would prefer to switch it to Nikhil. And I know Henry's an option, but I would like to not do that. Like, me and Henry would be open to voting Nikhil with you and Haley if you guys would be down for that.
Okay. Why keep Henry?
They think he would win and he's a big threat, and then I was like trying to explain like why we would have a chance against him, like things like the social game, like connections with the people in the jury and stuff like that. Like, we've called him Mr. Mysterious for a reason. I know he made that move to get Ethan out, but he hasn't made like any connection with I personally don't know if he has much of a connection with like anyone.
Henry honestly has a very good shot of actually beating me because he's had an excellent merge and I have had the worst merge of all time. So yeah, I don't think I want Henry there.
I would be probably will flip and vote with Haley and Abby to vote out Nadia. I really think Henry's like would have potential to win. Like, I've just been thinking about it, and like he doesn't have much of a connection. He really hasn't done.
I think Henry could beat me, honestly.
Really?
And it's because he is very likable, and he's also been on the right side of every single merge vote. And he has played the game very well, and he's lied extremely well. And he's made it this far because he's like made good decisions and manipulated people into working with him.
Haley, and she was much more, she was upset about the Xavier vote, and then she's like, I mean, if voting Nikhil means it's not me, like, I'm gonna do it.
It would absolutely destroy me because the reason I'm put in this position is because of Nikhil. Like, if I went out because of his stupid decision.
I told her straight up, because I know they're probably worried, like, us voting out Nikhil means that Zaman 3 still stays, as a thing. And that could be pretty daunting. And I told her as much of, like, how cool TV that would be if OG Zaman, like, the 3 OG Zaman people were still left who made it to the merge, were the top 3. I don't think it should happen.
The plan is to go Nikhil, to put 4 votes on Nikhil. Me, Valen, Henry, and Abby on Nikhil. And I trust that will happen.
I probably want Haley, Valen, and Nadia at the end. Because I honestly think that Nikhil, if he gets to the final 3, is gonna get votes. which is so infuriating, but it's gonna happen. So I want Nikhil out.
Apparently he's mad that I said I want to outlast Nikhil, and I would be mad if I didn't. But like, who's mad? Nikhil's mad that I said that. Oh wow, yeah, that's so shocking.
I feel like I'm gonna be blindsided. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling, and I hope that's not true.
In the back of my mind, I've had the worry that Henry flips.
I don't know what Henry's gonna do. And maybe it's gonna be a tie.
I talked to Henry and I asked him, you could be bamboozling me right now and, you know, force a tie. And he's like, I'm not gonna force a tie.
Up in the air right now if we want to vote Haley or Nikhil. I'm honestly fine with either. I just wish that it's not Nikhil so I could still kind of have him as a relationship.
If it's a tie, Valen's gonna flip and vote Haley. And then Haley's gonna go. And I'm not gonna play my idol for her because I'm saving it for frickin' myself.
We will now welcome in the members of our jury. Ethan, Vivian, and Xavier voted out at the last tribal council. Let's talk about the last tribal council. Nikhil, with Xavier being gone now, you are the last Dorit standing. Is that an obvious target for you, or are things a little bit more fluid right now?
First, I'd like to say it's an honor. Does it put a target? I mean, I don't really think anyone cares about the old 3 tribes, but yeah.
Haley, Nikhil just said nobody cares about the old 3 tribes, yet we have 3 OG Zamans here with us tonight at the Final 6 Tribal Council. Is that true? Do people not care about the original tribes, or is that complete and utter, like, bullcrap?
Well, I'm just gonna say that it's kind of ironic that you're saying that, Nikhil, this week, because last week it did seem like the old 3 tribes were really an important thing and a very pressing matter on your mind. No shade, but I still think it is really important, so yeah.
Can I clarify?
Absolutely.
I'd like to retract my statement. I don't think anyone cares about the old 3 things.
You're strong! Nadia, Nikhil just said that nobody cares about the old Dorit. Haley said the original tribes are important. How are you feeling knowing that you're one of the OG Zamans that they're talking about?
I mean, at this point, I think it's not really about the original tribes. I think it's more just the relationships that's built over the days in general.
Henry, how are you feeling about the relationships that you have with the people left right now? Do you think that tonight's vote is going to be very simple, or are people scrambling all over the place?
I think tonight's vote should be straightforward. I think it's natural to have some scrambling at Final 6, but I don't think anybody will be shocked. I don't think anybody will be shocked tonight.
Abby, for weeks and weeks, you've been saying, I don't know why I bother showing up to challenges, yet you just secured your first immunity win at probably the most crucial point of the game. How are you feeling knowing that tonight your name is completely off the table and they're stuck with you another week?
Well, it's a great feeling, Shane. What can I say? And they're probably going to be scared to vote me next round, so we're sitting pretty.
Valen, Abby just said she's sitting pretty. How does that make you feel about her position in the game right now?
Well, I definitely think people, when Abby won the challenge, like, I know every week Abby has felt a little nervous, just because of her being the puppet master and having a bunch of idols all the time, and so good for her to win this challenge. I mean, we weren't expecting it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, you said it was funny because before the challenge even started, she said, why do I bother coming to challenges? And then you went and won. So congrats.
All right, it's time to vote. You cannot vote for Abby. Everybody else is fair game.
Yeah, if you have any questions or concerns regarding why we voted you out tonight, just let me know and we'll be in touch with you in the coming weeks. All right, thank you so much.
Of course I want to outlast you in this game. Stay mad about it.
I'll go tally the votes. I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now is the time to do so. Seeing none, once the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Nikhil. That's 1 vote, Nikhil. Next vote, Haley. That's 1 vote, Nikhil, 1 vote, Haley. 4 votes left. Nikhil. That's 2 votes, Nikhil, 1 vote, Haley. Haley. That's 2 votes, Nikhil, 2 votes, Haley, 2 votes left. Next vote, Nikhil. That's 3 votes, Nikhil, 2 votes, Haley, 1 vote left. And the 13th person voted out of Scotty Survivor lost in time, and the 6th member of our jury, Nikhil. Nikhil, tonight that's 4. That's enough.
You stood up, Cake.
3 in a row.
Nikhil, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. After 6 chaotic merge votes, this one finally seems like you are in a sense of unity.
Cool. I mean, low-key, as soon as I entered it and like Haley shaded me, I was like, fuck, I'm gone tonight. Cause she wouldn't do that if like she wanted to like, you know, maintain a relationship in the future. I kind of played this round a little too recklessly, so I kind of expected that going in, but it's whatever. I had fun. Didn't ever expect her to make it this long, so it's chill. You know, I voted off Xavier last round. It was a big play. I'm glad I made at least one big play. And I wish them good luck. I just hope Abby doesn't win between us. But yeah.